we're searching for this Dune store.
When I wake up, do I look normal?
Yeah, your new founded trait is now you have it under control. It's at will. However, unless there's a full moon, then you do not have any control over it.
Okay.
But you do have control over your actions.
Is she friendly during the full moon? And when she transforms?
You have to find out.
Oh, okay.
If I can roll a nature or a history or anything like that, I can tell you the answer. But
now we can roleplay that if you guys want, because it's been kind of a mixed match with people dropping in and leaving.
Right.
I never fully stated it.
Do you want to go ahead and roleplay that out, Olivia? Do you want to let them know?
It's up to if you want to let us know. That's up to you.
Yeah.
That's if I can actually say it.
Yeah.
Right. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll roleplay it. I'll figure it out. Let's continue with Let's continue with finding the shop. I'm probably not focused on that right now.
All right.
So when you questioned Olivia's character about her shape-shifting, if you will, she's completely blown you off. She's telling you, we'll talk about it later. Am I correct?
Pretty much.
In character? Okay. I got you. All right.
I figure it's a thing bird people can do. It's what they do. I'm not really knowledgeable about bird people, and it's a bird person. So
there's a hidden secret. No, we won't go
there. So I'm going to address everybody, and I'm assuming I'll be one of the first people to wake up because I have to pray. But downstairs waiting for everybody to eat while everyone's eating after I'm done eating. So we're looking for some sort of Dune store? Dun store? Is that correct?
Could I make a history check since I'm from this area?
Sure.
Ooh.
Were you asking us, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, 20.
Okay, and you're doing a history check on what?
If I knew of a booth, and then that has that probably have that title in it.
As far as the booths go and the people, they come and go, so it'd be kind of hard. It's not the same people that come year after year, if you will. It's always a influx of different people who travel. Kind of like a carnival. And by the time it gets back around to your city again, they may be different people working the rides, if you will. So even though you got a pretty high history check, nothing really pops out at you.
So we must go walk around the city, and this is Boulder's Gate, right?
Yes, you were in the wide at Boulder's Gate.
So
we just got to look around so we can find it.
We may need to just head to the market district and...
You're there. You're in the wide.
Good. Sorry. We may just need to, divide and conquer. If the...
Let me help you out. Finding the stalls, this particular area where you're at right now, as you can see, is full of vendors, wall to wall. Mm-hmm. And they're really eager, they're really hopping. You can tell they're eager to make a sale. Reaching out to customers who are walking by. Again, I'm going to use as like an example, like going through Carnival. They walk by and, hey, you in the blue shirt, or you with a funny hat. They try to lure you in. So
want to win a prize?
Yeah, exactly. So you can see they're hustling and bustling. They're really trying to get these people in, up to their table at least, or their booth, or whatever it may be. You don't really see anything that's sticking out. It's kind of hard to navigate with the crowd. You do find a path you can kind of walk through, if you will. You're just kind of standing there looking around, waiting for your group. Things are moving around like a high stream. So anyways, what do you guys do?
I'll walk up to one of the vendors and ask them if they may know of this Dune or done, booth.
Roll me a charisma or persuasion, whichever.
Persuasion. I got a fairly good persuasion. Did I roll that persuasion last week? What was that on Thursday or Saturday?
I don't remember, dude.
You didn't play. You didn't come last week, and we didn't play.
Yeah.
I remember we were doing something. I wrote a high persuasion, and you made me re-roll for disadvantage. I was getting some good rolls. I only got an 8.
Okay.
Plus a D4.
12.
You person you're speaking with kind of points through the crowd and tells you over yonder. And point.
Over yonder.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him what kind of booth is it.
Would you ask them what you're looking for?
I was asking where the Dune booth was. The Dune.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they're telling you. They're telling you they think that they saw this booth setting up that morning over yonder. And she's pointing. And literally, if you look at the end of her finger, it's over yonder.
I informed the party we must go over yonder. And I point over yonder. And I make my way to over yonder.
Is it a store sign that says over yonder?
As you get closer, somebody grabs a hold of your arm and pulls you over to the table and says, "Step right up. Thank you for coming to Autumn's Bread and Street Bakery. These are fresh pastries, breads, and cakes, only for 1 silver piece each. Are you interested in which one are you interested in?"
I'm interested if you can let me know where the Dune booth is and
Done.
Roll me a persuasion.
I'll buy 3 if you can tell us.
Roll me a persuasion with advantage. And deduct 3 silver pieces from your inventory.
Good God.
The gentleman you asked is just trying to sell you the pastries. He turns around and points back the direction you came and says, "Yes, it's over yonder."
Dan Carney's.
And dash.
Done.
Okay. What'd you roll?
Oh, you want me to roll?
Yeah, because you said you bought.
Okay. I thought you were telling him to go with advantage because of that. Okay.
Nope, you. You're buying pastries, right?
Yeah, I'm not buying anything.
So, go ahead and roll and tell me what you would like. If you would like fresh bread, pastry, or cakes.
Oh.
14.
That is that one, and that's...
Okay.
It's just easier to retype it.
All right. You got it.
15.
All right.
And then I'm gonna roll because guidance.
You roll what?
1 second. It's doing something dumb. Hold on.
Sure.
That is a 18 because of guidance.
All right. Yeah. And what do you want? Because you bought three pieces from this guy, right?
I'll buy one of each.
One of each. So you got a piece of fresh bread, you got a pastry, and you got a cake. Excellent sale. Guy says, absolutely. He says, go down here to the right. Go down 4 booths. And you get to the right, there's like a T. At the T, you want to turn left. Go down 4 more booths, it's right there on your right. I think I've seen something Dune. I believe I did.
Thank you very much, sir. And I will take my little doggy bag.
Absolutely. You have a great day.
You too.
I speak up and ask, why the hell did you tell me it was over yonder, the opposite direction?
Because I bought something.
He completely ignores you. He pretends you're not even there. In fact, he looks over at Dash and says, God, your friend cast invisibility? I don't see him anymore.
I'm gonna grab
Looks
the
like he's gone over yonder, and I say, "Come, sir, let's go."
He looks over and sees Olivia's character. Says, "Hey, would you like some bird seeds? We got some bird seed back here covered in honey." And he brings out this bowl of glazed, looks like some sesame seeds and some different seed mix.
Like granola.
Yeah, exactly. Like an ancient granola. Instead of a bar, it's like a mix. They're
pieces,
clusters.
Yeah. Pieces.
He's serious. He's trying to interest you in buying some of this cluster.
Honey bunches of oats.
All right. So,
how much?
1 silver.
Sure, I'll take it. And I'll toss him a silver.
I just ran out of bags. You care for this cheap-looking Walmart bag? It says Walmart. Okay. So he hands you a little sack full of this granola mix. Like, he's happy. He's putting the silver in his pocket like a kid in the candy store buying candy.
Now I wave goodbye and head over and just follow Dash to where we're going.
All right, follow the directions. And he's talking to other people, trying to lure in more. His voice kind of fades as you guys walk away. All right, so you guys get to the booth that he pointed out?
Yep, I'm going to go follow the directions, go down 4 booths, take a little alley, hit the T, go left, and there should be something here.
By the time you get to the third stall, a man in a purple robe kind of steps in front of you, blocks your way. He's got his back to you, kind of standing there, and he's looking around. He's trying to make his way through a crowd. And he looks over at the table that he came from, and he noticed somebody else is over there wearing like a purple robe. You see a little sign that says Wizards of the Wide. And you see this tent is bursting with dozens of arcane Faki and spell scrolls, including scrolls of comprehend languages, and you see detect magic, Featherfall, and then you see this find familiar scroll. Everything's labeled intricately, so you actually know what everything is without even asking. Then you see magic armor, then you see magic missile. Then you see shield, and then you see unseen servants.
I wait patiently for this purple man to...
He has no clue you're there. He's just kind of standing there.
I'm going to tap him on the shoulder.
Kind of like walking in a mall and a group of people just stop to right in front of you.
To talk.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck?
Shrink.
I'm going to tap him on the shoulder.
Okay, so you turn on.
And
Are you here to buy some wares? Got scrolls.
I said...
Magic missile, you say? He's interrupting.
No,
you want to say something.
Oh my god.
No, not God.
Oh my god. I just walk around him.
I am Carlos.
I don't care if you don't follow me. I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay, so you kind of shove him out of the way and you keep going?
Well, not shove him out of the way, but kind of just like sidestep around him, like kind of, and go around him.
Gotcha.
I'm eating my seeds.
Everyone follow?
Yeah.
She's cutting the path.
Yep.
All right. So, let me see if I can find a picture.
Maybe we can come back to the booth. I don't know. Wait a minute. Did we buy our stuff from last session?
Yeah. Yeah, I meant to ask you if you guys should already went shopping.
Yeah, I got myself a healing potion and I had gotten myself a healing potion and I think a quarterstaff.
Did you guys update your character sheet to reflect?
Yeah.
Oh no, I did not.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay. Yes. Oh, excuse me. Double check and make sure.
So is that booth selling magical items?
We can come back.
Not the one that you're looking for. but the one that guy kind of stopped, you're a couple booths in front of the one you're looking for, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And he was stepping out to basically look for some people to sell to, and he realized he had people he was blocking. And when he turned, the booth that he was pointing to does indeed sell scrolls. Is it something you're interested in?
Was it just scrolls?
Yeah, it's called the Wizard of Wide. It's basically all kinds of arcana. It has Fakis and basically spell scrolls and different pieces for casting spells and whatnot.
Wizard shit.
Yeah, wizard shit, exactly.
I was looking for maybe some kind of magical, like mithril armor.
Armor? No.
Do we actually want to stop at the booth?
Does anybody test? We'll
If you want to stop, we can, but if no
that'll
problem.
be for you, Laurent.
Well,
you're the only one that does magic.
I do divine magic, and if this is a wizardly sort, I could benefit from armor, but I believe that would be too rich for our blood today.
Not with a 5-finger discount.
Not with those veterans walking around.
Somebody overhears the conversation of not having any money. All of a sudden, you see two people split crowd. Here's 4 guys leaning up against the wall playing craps. Come on, right up, baby. Let's get some snake eyes.
I ignore and continue on our way.
All right.
One more booth and take the thing, because you said 3 booths.
Yep. So you guys get down to the booth that you're looking for, that you're told to go to?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All righty. This is what you see. This guy approaches you and says, hey, you stepped to the right place to buy some books. We got all kinds of books. Would you like some books? And you happen to notice a sign that says Amber Dunn Books.
And I will gesture for Mad Mardigan. Please. Do your thing, sir.
You are greeted by a gentleman and a woman. They are in their mid-20s. Very eager, very reluctant to sell you something. And they're showing you all kinds of books. And you see a lot of books that everything's market. It's at market value. And they're marked. They do appear to be legitimate for a commonplace, actually. And everything's marked 25 gold pieces. However, the gentleman engages a conversation with whoever's up front, which is who?
No, Mardigan.
Yeah,
Okay.
Matt Mardigan or Olivia.
So he
No time.
gives you the sales speech about buying his books and blah, 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 blah. And he's telling you if you're looking for something that's a little bit more illusory copies or rare and expensive books, he says we have those in the back. And
My good man.
Perception. Olivia.
Okay. Okie dokie. It's pretty good.
What were you saying?
11.
Mad Mardigan?
Do what?
What were you saying?
I was gonna say, let him know that we are interested in more of the obscured books that he may have.
I rolled an 11.
And you rolled an 11. You notice he's kind of looking at you a little differently than he is looking at the other two.
How differently?
He's like, he almost sensed something. Almost like a familiar face. Maybe he thinks he knows you or something. something
Can
that seems to be
I
something.
do an investigation check, would it be another history check?
What are you investigating? You can open
If
up
I
a
have
dialogue.
to.
You can open up a dialogue. But where you wanting to investigate?
Well, basically, I was trying to study his face and see if I recognized him.
Okay.
If
You
he
can
looked
ask.
familiar. Mm.
You can always ask him something, and then you can always roll insight to see if you think he's lying or not.
Yeah, if you want to open up a dialogue, or if you're looking for facial movements, maybe trying to figure out if you can buy language, I would say perception, keep perceiving.
Like me do sign language?
But no, body language. If you're
Oh,
looking for body language, if you're trying to find something that maybe you're looking for, see if he's lying or you're trying to read him, I would say keep perceiving.
Okay. I'm gonna keep perceiving,
Okay.
but I am gonna.
I'll go and roll it.
I think.
Because it's easier if I do it.
Sure.
You get 4 to this.
But I am gonna keep watching him. It's hard for me to think of open dialogue as a kinku.
Understandable.
I know. It's like, what if I just write on a quick piece of paper and just hold it up, be like, "How you been here long?"
He just kind of looks at you for a little while. We just opened up this morning.
Scribble down. You know what I mean.
No.
Now can I perceive him?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And you get a +4 to it.
Oh wow. Okay. How do I do that on the command?
I've already done it just because it's easier.
Okay.
So 16, yeah, you start to pick up some nervousness. He seems to be a little bit nervous. You're not sure why. But all of a sudden, he's really now keeping an eye on you. You can tell he's looking at Mad Mardigan, but his eyes are kind of shifted in your direction, like he's looking at you out of the corner of his eye kind of thing. And Mad Mardigan, to answer your question, he just kind of looks at you and he says, "What kinds of specialty items are you referring to?" "I do have these," and he pulled out these illustration books. It brings up the fact that these are uncommon. These are so uncommon they can get you in the gates of Candlekeep. He's pretty positive Candlekeep don't even have a copy of these books. He said, but they're expensive. And he kind of says underneath his breath, $250.
I don't know if that should get me in the Candlekeep.
You're asking him how does he know?
How would I know if he would ask him? How does he know that those books will get me in the Candlekeep?
He tells you that these books will get you to Candlekeep because he knows for a fact that they do not have a copy of them. These are very rare. That's the reason why they're so expensive.
I'm gonna roll an insight to see if he's telling the truth or not.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Let me. Dang it! I just put.
Can I?
+2.
Oh, jeez, man! This is a rough night.
As far as you know, he's telling the truth.
You said I'm gonna roll right when I put on some hand sanitizer. So I was like, oh no.
250 is like I don't even have 250.
He quickly takes the books and slides them back underneath the table, and he pretends you guys weren't even talking.
I don't know who's keeping track of what we do have.
Olivia was. Because everything was posted, I think.
Yeah, but it's not even close to 250.
Yeah.
We had split it up already.
Okay.
Everyone had 18 gold each and 19.
No, it was the 250. So we have the 250 in the bank. You have the 250. Plus, all of us had 75 or 70. All of us had 70 to spend amongst ourselves.
Sorry, yeah, that's right. I'm looking at what I have currently. I had spent it on the potion. Sorry.
So 70?
Man. I need to.
If you did not buy anything like potions or anything like that, you should have 70 gold.
I bought a potion. I only have like 14 gold left.
However,
we got silver
have
pieces.
250. You might have got some, but we have 250 as a party fund.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I am going to make a note of that. Party fund.
I would like to persuade him for a cheaper price.
So take back that you say. So retcon didn't actually say we don't have that much. That way he still has it out and he's still paying attention to us.
He, well, once Mad Margan says he didn't have that kind of money, he slid it right back onto the table where he pulled it out and pretended that he's not even there.
Right, that's what I was saying. But
then I will sidestep into his field of vision and hold out my hand, like hold on my hand behind me and like here, hand me the gold. Or like
to who?
Pretty much like kind of side eye and like kind of show him the gold.
Oh, saying that he says, so she is trying to show Mad Mardigan that we actually do have.
Okay, so Mad Mardigan. Okay.
I still have good sir.
Yes.
Would you be willing to take a lesser offer for those books?
He looks at the books that are on the table and says, "These are 25 gold pieces. I'll give you for 20."
25 total? Sure. Or 20 total? Sure.
Okay. And he points at the top of the table. Pick any one of these.
But, no, I was talking about the ones that you slid back under the table there.
Oh no, those are fine illustrations of copies and very rare, very expensive.
May I have a look at them?
He pulls one back out and he gives it to you.
And how many books are there? I'm assuming what there's.
He's only showing you one right now, but he's got a bunch of lower price books all splayed on the table.
What book is he showing us right now?
It doesn't look like anything that you recognize. It looks pretty fine. Looks like a really nice book. Nothing in particular.
Are these books that we may even actually need?
Do you need? They're not spell books or anything like that. They're just kind of like walking in and buying a D&D book.
Yeah. I mean, like, as for characters, are we looking for these books?
But no. These books are one of one.
I'm going to tap Chime on the shoulder and say, is this Candlekeep place a library that wants, like, all types of books, or just, like, a specific type of book?
I'll say all kinds in his voice and rare in the shopkeeper's voice. Rare kinds and old kinds, but mostly rare.
Well, I don't think we would need these. What was the whole idea of coming to the shop?
We were, are you asking, like, were you with us? No. You were under the cart. Oh, here, I'm gonna pull him to the side so that the shopkeeper doesn't see us. And I say, books, monsters, rawr. And I do like a rawr face, like, rawr.
So these were we're looking for, I can't remember the whole story that we had, it's been so long.
Somebody had brought in books to the Candlekeep that they bought here from this guy.
That were monster books.
That were monsters. They turned into monsters.
Yeah, I think one of us opened one up and it turned into like a little monster.
Yeah,
and it had happened to someone else.
And so this group was tasked with going and finding that guy. I don't know why we're finding the guy, but we were tasked to finding the guy.
long story short, when these guys finished their chapter 1, they were in the library going through some books that they had nabbed from the chapter. And one of the books they didn't recognize, I'm not sure how it got there, and I forget who it was that opened it. When they did, a Ging Watson popped out. Basically, it's kind of like it's a monster. I don't know if you're familiar with what a Ging Watson is.
Nope.
It came to life. It was basically a spell or a ritual that was cast on a book. And when this happened, this is when Damian started playing. We had him at a table. That's how we introduced him to the group. He recognized this was like the third time that it happened. He sent them down to the Avowed. He spoke to the Avowed. The Avowed keeps track of books that come and go in the Candlekeep, and they pulled a couple names, and then they offered a job and a reward to get to the bottom of these books, find out what happened. So they went and talked to the two people of the three that brought in these books, and that's how you guys ended up in Baldur's Gate. They were unaware of what transpired. After a few, they were really helpful. They weren't part of whatever was going on. They gave up information very easily. They told you that they bought the books. They both were in separate incidents, but they both had said that they bought the book in Candlekeep down at the Y, or not Candlekeep, but Baldur's Gate at a market. And the one gentleman, Valor, I think his name was, didn't remember. He had it's like walking through the mall and just buying shit, and couldn't tell you where he got it from. But the one guy remembered buying it from a booth. He remember seeing the sign that said something Dune or Done. He wasn't real sure, but that's about all you guys got. So you guys are basically hired by the Avowed to figure out why, where, and who, and whatnot. And that's what brought you into Baldur's Gate. So the trail has ended with these folks who sold these guys books.
So I'm gonna go ahead and open the book and inspect it, and then I'll give it back to him. I'm going to ask if he has anything else that may be a bit more scarce, or maybe something.
He sizes you up, or not sizes you up. He looks you up, looks you down. He reaches under the table and he says, "You know what? I got this book. This is on ancient wizardry. There's not another book in the world like it. This is about ancient spells, how spells used to come about, how magic was formed from the very beginning. This too is $250. I will go no lower." In essence, this book really isn't going to do you any good. You can't use it to cast spells or anything like that, but it's just kind of like an encyclopedia of old spells, what used to be, and kind of like history and biography of magic and whatnot. But it's very rare. That's what's the reason why it's so valuable.
I just want to hold it and open it.
Okay. So you hold the book, and you look at it, and you open it. Looks pretty cool. Got some illustrations, got some language in there. It looks like it's written in ancient time, and a lot of scribbles. Nothing like it's been printed up. So it's kind of hard to make out what it's saying. Some of the words are gibberish to you.
I'm going to ask him if he knows of any particular... We're more or less looking for something more of a monster book.
He just kind of stands back and says, "Monster book." He says, "Are you looking for something on creatures?" All right, he pulls his other book out, and it's got like this picture of eyeballs and a tongue hanging out, and he's like, this is like history on different monsters and stuff that's been recorded in time. Is this something that fancies you?
I'm going to tell him no. We're informed by some other people that you may have some books that had monsters that came out of them physically.
Monsters that came out of them?
And we're looking for
yes,
such
yes.
books.
He walks over to the table and he pulls his book out. When he opens it up, it springs out like the paper cut of different monsters. You know those active books. You know what I'm talking about? Those kids' books. And you open it up, all of a sudden it becomes like the
Pop-up
city
book?
unfolds. Yeah, like a pop-up book. And he's got one that pops out, looks like a dragon. He says, "Is this what you're talking about?"
No, I'm talking about actual, real monsters.
Real monsters.
Can I show him the piece of paper that has the 2 book titles on them? I think we've written down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
2 book titles. Like, do you remember these? Like, as like a.
Actually,
remember?
there's 3.
3.
There was 3 books. One was Mazfrost's Mighty Digression, The Dark Hunter, and The Fallen Tiamar. The Mighty Digression, it was a book that had just a bunch of scribble in it. It was kind of hard to make notes, and like somebody wrote down notes. The Dark Hunger was a book about a powerful entity that served by a star-fearing warlock. And then the Fallen Tiamar was basically about a dwarf king by the name of Galen, who basically sought out to reclaim his kingdom in the desert mouth of the mountains.
So the Fallen Tiamar, the Dark Hunger. What was the 3rd book? The
Mazfrost's Mighty Digression. So he kind of looks at these books. He stands back and he kind of looks over at the person that's working with them. He kind of looks back over to her. It's a male and female. She looks back at him. They kind of got shifty eyes and just kind of looks at you and says, I don't know what you're talking about.
And now insight check. Insight check.
Sure.
Insight check, because they're obviously shitting.
Better yet, give me a wisdom.
It's a +1 on that insight, by the way.
So 20.
20. Your insight check reveals that maybe he's just not being entirely true. By this point in time, all of a sudden the back curtains opens up. This woman dressed in kind of like a burgundy-ish outfit. She kind of has a hoodie covering up her face. She kind of walks in, and you hear her murmuring to the 2 folks that are working. You catch something about house sales, everything doing okay. Let me know if you need any help. And she kind of disappears back behind the curtain. And once again, the one gentleman you guys originally spoke to, he says, well, is there anything else that you guys want to take a look at? He says,
I'm going to slide out 3 gold pieces and look him dead in the eye and say, bullshit. Tell me.
Tell you what. He kind of pushes the gold back in your direction.
I did not. I kind of pushed here. Shove it again. Monster books. Now. And then I'm going to pull out my little badge from when I was part of the watch. That little...
He kind of backs off and he tells you again. He reiterates, I don't know what you're talking about. At this point, he's tapping on the tapestry that's kind of dividing the back, if you will. And out comes a woman. And she approaches you and says, is there something I can help you with?
I looked to dash for help. Because I realized I'd done fucked up.
I will be like, we were asking about books that turn into monsters, and we know they were bought here, and we don't want to cause any trouble. We just want to take them off your hands because they're dangerous, and we'd like to store them appropriately.
She kind of looks at you and denies anything about monster books. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
That's okay. I mean, I can call the watch over, and it's not a problem if it ends up being a problem. But I'm just trying to solve this amicably.
Again, she just kind of steps back and says, I don't know what you're talking about. Give me a insight check.
All of us? Or just... No, just... Never mind.
And she remains, like I said, it's a professional deceitism, if you will. And she remains a professionalism, even being threatened for calling the guards. However, her stature still stays the same. She doesn't get nervous or anything like that.
A moment. That is 19 for me.
Yeah, once again, you pick up on that she's not being honest with you. But you're starting to pick up on she doesn't want any issues either.
I'll say, ma'am, I understand. Is there... I'll say, blink once if you can't... if you're being threatened.
Someone else besides us.
I mean, we're not threatening. Like, I'm making it a point to not be threatening.
I'll step back.
As long as you guys are not being aggressive, she denies it. She denies any knowledge, anything.
I would like to try to use intimidation.
See, that I'm not good at, so I'm not doing it.
I'm good at intimidation and persuasion. I got +5 on both.
Yeah,
so
go for it.
I will step up and say, ma'am, we're just looking for the books.
Gotcha.
And use intimidation.
Okay.
Fudge, man. 1, a 2, or 3. Not very intimidating in it.
That's an 11. Because I keep giving everyone guidance. Because nobody does anything all at the same time. So I can give people guidance as they start doing shit.
She reaches out and pulls out of her pocket a hanky. She hands it forward to you. Cool as can be. Tells you should probably use it to wipe off the drool you have running down the side of your cheek, and laughs at you. But she does it in a professional way. In other words, she ain't budging.
She brushes it off. Got it.
Yeah. And kind of mocks you, but slightly, but still maintains a professional stance, if you will.
So you just go behind the curtain and see what's behind the curtain.
I'll say, very well. If you two...
You'd have to jump the table to get in there.
If you two wouldn't mind, you can inform your superiors. Either one of you. One can go and the two of us can stay. And you can inform, and we'll make sure we know where these fellows are. When your superiors... Because I believe your task was to find where it was. Well, we found it. So if you wish to go ask your wizards, we found where they are.
You're talking to Mad Mardigan?
I'm saying this to Olivia and Mad Mardigan.
Yeah.
With definite enough volume for the shopkeepers to hear.
Okay. She looks over and she noticed that the watch. Not only is there a couple of people from the watch, but there's actually one of the veterans. They're all kind of huddled up and keep looking over at the booth. She leans over and she requests to speak to the cleric alone.
I have no problem with that.
Okay. So she kind of leads you around the side of the booth, if you will, and then when you get to the back, you notice there's a slit. Kind of goes into like a tent, if you will.
Yeah.
And then she brings you in. She tells you that if you are willing to meet her here just before dawn, for sunset, she will take you and explain everything. Is that something you're willing to do?
I will tell you what. It is something I'm more than willing to do. However, I will want collateral to make sure you will stay and actually be here when I come back.
She laughs. I'm working here. I'm not going anywhere.
That does not stop you from picking up your tent and leaving the moment we leave.
Then I guess that's the chance you're going to have to take.
How about we make a deal? I hold on to one of your books, one of those expensive ones. I will bring it right back.
No dice.
You know I will come back.
Give me persuasion. As she's still standing there shaking her head like no dice. Not going to happen.
Yeah. I say, you know I will be back. Kind of pointing to my vestments.
Gotcha.
And that's a plus... that is an 18.
Okay. She's okay. She agrees.
Okay. You're feel free to hand me any of the books. I'm not going to try to pick one that most benefits me, you know. Feel free. Choose the book you wish for me to have, as long as it's one of the rare ones.
She opens up the tapestry. I'll meet you up front.
Okay. And I will leave, and I will walk around, and I will ask Chime and Mad Mardigan to kind of back up a moment.
Okay. And as you are walking around, she comes out from the back into the cell area, if you will, and she's got a book in her hand, and she huddles around the two folks that are working the booth, and they kind of have a little chit-chat, and you can tell they both kind of nod. Then she hands the book to the gentleman that you all were originally speaking with, and then she goes back behind the curtain. The gentleman tells you that his name is Imbar, and he extends this book and says you are more than welcome to hang on to this book, and that he will retrieve this book later this evening before sunset.
I will nod, and I will take the book, and I will put it in my backpack, and say, it is safe with me until dusk.
Okay. You notice he kind of takes his spectacles off. He kind of looks down around. He starts cleaning his spectacles on his shirt tail, if you will. Then he puts it back on, and it's like he gets a better look at you, gets a better look at Olivia, and a better look at Gargamel, and then he kind of goes about his business, flagging down a prospective customer, perhaps. And he starts spewing the spew.
I will, as if he's done with us, yeah. I will walk over to Chime and Mad Mardigan, and I will say, please, come with me.
Yeah.
And we will step away around some corners into a quieter spot of the market. And I will say, so I must come here at dusk, and things will be explained. The only problem I have with this is there's a curfew, and I am not of this city. Being here, I don't believe... Getting to here, I don't believe I'll have issue. It's returning.
What do you mean returning?
It's returning back to the inn. That's where I believe I may have issue. I'm not the stealthiest sort.
I hope.
I got a +3 stealth.
I have a +3 stealth. I have a +3 stealth as well. However, it is at disadvantage.
I'm gonna.
How much are we getting from the wizards to find this place, or figure this whole thing out?
Originally, they were. There was a helmet of. What was the?
A helmet of comprehend languages.
Yeah, the helmet of comprehend languages, and I think 250 gold pieces.
What does the helmet do?
It lets you cast comprehend languages.
Yep.
Which means you can understand any language?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It means you can understand. You cannot speak it. You can understand it. Tongues is a higher level spell that lets you also speak it.
Gotcha.
But, yeah. Or, if you're a warlock, you can get an invocation that lets you speak and read in it. But anyway.
So we must come back and...
Just before dusk.
Figure it out.
So, if you guys have any other tasks...
I do not. Do you think somebody should stay here and make sure they don't pack up and roll out?
That is why I took the book.
Doesn't mean they still might not roll out.
If they roll out, then we have a $250 book.
But no helmet.
To be completely honest, I was promised nothing.
Huh?
You get 250.
250, cheap.
250.
So, I did the best I could with what I had.
Very well.
If anything, I do not. I am. It is not profit that suits me. It is helping others. So, if this is the only information we can provide, then this is the only information we can provide, and hopefully that is good enough for your order. We know where they are and where they set up shop and what their names are. So, if anything, if Candlekeep is as full of wizardly types as I expect, they could easily find the stall or them with a name and a book previously belonging to them. So, if they're not here, so be it. We have other methods after that, if they decide to pack up and leave.
That's just what we're going to have to do then.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys spend the rest of your day doing what? Kind of hanging out, shopping, hanging out, drinking?
I'm going to spend my day kind of...
I am going...
helping out some of the urchins. if I spot any of the urchins that are hurt,
Sure.
or
I stay with Dash since I am familiar with the city, and I help him point out shortcuts and
awesome.
Alleyways and stuff like that, and where urchins tend to hide out.
Looks like you earned yourself a friend.
Yay!
Mm.
And I'm going to go to the more homeless and more urchins and more of the people that are more without,
Okay.
and try to heal and bandage and such. Basically, spend most of my spell slots.
That's not good.
Healing kids and homeless that have been injured that can't afford it.
All right. So go ahead and you guys take this time to swap out spells or whatever you're going to do. I am going to drop down into room 2. I'm going to take a bio break. We're going to say it's time. We'll say you guys are standing around waiting, watching these guys break down their stall, if you will. And you guys figure out a plan. And then, like I said, I'm going to take myself out of the room. Let you guys talk about yourselves, what you're going to do. And I'll be back.
Okay.
All right. So
real quick, before we... why did Damian drop out?
Damian said his project that he was on, which took him away from Thursday nights, had something. I guess they stopped or he rolled off or something. I don't know. And then now he's got some other workload that is throwing stuff at him, according to him, on Thursdays. I don't know. I don't know if maybe he wasn't enjoying himself or if he's telling the truth. He's I don't know.
He's always been flaky.
Yeah. I don't want to read into it.
Yeah. He at least he said he's not joining anymore. At least he said something.
Marcus, I have no idea. He keeps telling me he's going to be here, and then he's not here, and we all know Marcus' story.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised there.
No worries. So, Chime, Olivia, do you want to explain the plan?
You guys want to tell me?
Okay. I mean, well, we have to tell you our placement. That's basic.
Yes. So, do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, basically, Van Morgan and I will try to stealthily, be lookouts while Lauren goes into the booth. So I'm thinking of basically we flank the booth, one on either side, and we basically keep, if one of us can, if we can't get sight on him inside the tent, I would like to flank the booth so that we can keep watch out for guards or any other suspicious persons while he is meeting with the shopkeep.
And Chime has given me 2 calls that Chime will give me depending on if it's suspicious characters or guards.
Okay, so you guys are going to jump them?
No, they're just... they are keeping watch while I go inside. They are basically watching for incoming suspicious people, or basically they're just watching the road around just to make sure that there's nothing unexpected.
All right. Well, while you guys were standing around trying to figure things out, you noticed a cart with a horse pulled up, and they're loading wares up in the back of this buggy and cart, and they're looking around.
I will walk up.
Okay. So you approach. She introduces herself as Corvella, and she tells you that you have already met Inbar. Inbar nods, and he looks over to Thyron and then introduces Thyron to you. And she asks you if you're ready to leave, or is there something you need to take care of first? And she advises you to think fast because the sun's setting, and if you're not aware of the curfew here, and she goes into the detail about the curfew.
I kind of glance and go toward where I know the hiding spot is, and I know Chime can hear me, so I say, well, yes, I'll be coming with you.
Okay.
That is not a problem. I can always come back in the morning, right?
What do you mean?
Come back into the city in the morning.
Oh, yeah, we'll bring you back here. I mean, it shouldn't take that long.
Okay.
But, so you look over and Inbar is extending a hand to bring you up into the wagon.
I will hop in the wagon.
Okay, just you by yourself?
Can my friends join us?
Why, certainly. I expected it.
Oh, awesome. Chime, please.
So you wave your friends?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
My head up like a little meerkat from behind a stall. And jump over and just walk over. Just like
Imbar almost knocks you over while he's extending his arm out to Chime and assist, to help assist her up.
Knocks what over?
Almost knocks me over.
Oh.
While trying to say hi to you.
Okay. I say thank you, and I pull Dash up.
And he tells you you're more than welcome to sit up front with him.
Is this the guy who was eyeing me earlier?
Yes.
Yes, Inbar.
Okay, I sit up front with him.
Okay. He looks over at Mad Mardigan and he kind of says, well, it looks like you can help yourself up. And he looks at you.
Can I do a perception check and just...
Yeah.
I want to do a perception check because I am... I think, if it is what I think it is, 19.
Okay. And what are you trying to perceive? What do you want? And what
His body language is like...
This is insight, then. It would not be perception.
Okay, yeah, insight. How about insight?
Yeah, that'll work.
Same bonus. It's the same actual check, so...
Yeah. We'll just say it's what you rolled.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely happy to see you, and that's not a pencil in his pocket.
It's not a what?
A pencil. It's not a pencil in his pocket.
No, but anyways, yeah, he's happy. He seems to be, he's happy you're riding along. And in fact, he's telling you he has something to tell you. And then once Mad Mardigan is on board, they will take off.
I'm on board.
Okay, you're on board. How did you get on the... Did you help yourself up, or did you wait for Dash to extend his arm?
I got up and I looked at him like that.
If he has trouble getting up, I'll help him up too.
Okay. So you guys help him up?
Yeah, no problem.
Because you noticed, as soon as Olivia was on board, everybody kind of focused their attention on her. And poor Vala, she's just kind of standing there.
I gave him the stink eye.
Stink eye. The fucking bird.
I thought maybe this was some kind of some kind of hateful crap, and no, they're just interested in the bird.
They like exotic species, apparently.
Okay,
right.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
So they are on their way. They are strolling through out of the market. Imbar looks over at Olivia and says, I know what you are.
I kind of cocked my head at him and said,
Again, he repeats himself. I know what you are.
I am genuinely confused.
Besides that, I know what you are. And he repeats himself.
A bird?
He looks at you and he says, no worries. He says, I am the same. And in the blink of an eye, he turns into a jackal-ware.
And I do. I'll go.
And then he smiles.
I nod and just look forward. Feel like.
And he looks at you like, okay, I showed myself. You show me. I show you. You show me.
Oh, what did he show? I'm sorry.
He shows himself by exposing, by turning into a jackal-ware. Because he told you, don't worry, I am the same. And then he turns into a jackal-ware.
Oh, okay.
And he's waiting for you to transform.
Oh. I go, I say, impressive. And I kind of just basically grow 2 feet taller and like just get a bigger,
Okay.
like.
So you turn.
A lot more here.
Okay, so you guys in the back all of a sudden notice not only did your driver, so did the chaperone who you've been running around with, turned into some sort of a werekin. Or lichen, I should say. Lichen for.
That's why all my visions about you have involved the moon. Interesting.
So it wasn't about long walks on the beach.
You go like 2 feet taller and just like a lot more poofier and sharper claws. And kind of like a little more muscular.
Shoot him. Shoot him.
All right. So you guys roll into Blackgate, which is part of the northern neighborhood, not too far from the Wide. This district is definitely part of the outer city. The sprawl of settlement that kind of stretches beyond the actual walls of Baldur's Gate. However, the outer city's home in Baldur's Gate are kind of a poorer inhabitant, if you will. It's kind of like a ghetto, kind of more run down. Kind of like a stark contrast in kind of the opposite of the upper city, obviously. You guys kind of get back to a little bit further into the Blackgate area. You kind of find yourself on a dark, lonely road, and you start smelling stench of stable horses and other beasts of burdens kind of permeate the air. Not as quite gracefully aroma, if you will. All right. It is now getting quite late. The sun has definitely fallen. It's dark. You reach this dilapidated hovel. You see wooden walls, kind of located on a narrow street, kind of tucked away in a corner. There's just a handful of houses, if you will, if you want to call them that. And they pull up, and this is where they're at.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay. Corvella kind of jumps off, climbs down. Theron climbs down with her. However, Imbar looks over at you and says, "All right, everybody off."
And I hop down.
Yep, I will join.
All right.
I follow.
Imbar kind of pulls off the side and he looks over to some sort of a stable of some sort, and he kind of disappears inside. Corvella and Darren, they walk into the front door, and
I follow.
Okay, they look back and see if you guys are following. You guys are in the very front area, which we'll call A1. So you guys walk into the room.
I have my head on the door frame.
Okay, so you're in the doorway.
Mhm.
And where are?
I'll walk in totally.
Okay, so you're totally in. Chime is in the doorway. Where is Mad Mardigan?
I'm coming up the rear. I'm behind Chime.
Okay, so you're outside still. So she's blocking the doorway, correct?
What I said was I hit my head on the doorway coming in.
Oh, okay. So are you stopping or you're proceeding?
No, I'm proceeding. I'm going inside the door.
Okay, so you're now inside the door and you're following. So everybody's inside. Safe to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, excellent. This is basically the common room. When you look around, you see 7 mismatched chairs. They seem to be scattered around the room, kind of homely looking, if you will. You see a couple mugs. You see some plates. Sitting on a small circular table in the center of the room, and below it you see like this tattered rug. Might have been decoration. You're not quite sure. It's kind of faded. and it's kind of covering up what looks to be some wooden floors.
Okay.
Okay. Now, she kind of looks over. She says, "Wait here." Arbella says, "I'll return." Her and Theron leave. They seem to go to looks like a door that's straight in front of you, and then if you look over to your left, you notice there's another doorway. Or I'm sorry, to your right, you see another doorway. They go to the door to the north. They close the door. They disappear.
That's okay. I wait.
The three of you guys are sitting in the room by yourself. 20 minutes pass by. You guys sit down, make yourself comfortable. What do you guys do?
20 minutes? Why would it take 20 minutes?
Yeah, they didn't bring no doors or anything?
No.
I'm gonna... Which door did they go through? The top door or the right door?
Door on the north.
I'm gonna knock on the door on the north.
Okay. The door opens up, and there are three individuals. One opens the door, and you see two in the back. You don't recognize them.
Say, we were supposed to get some information here?
Did you want to come in?
What are they doing?
One's standing at the door, holding the door open, looking at you.
Is he clothed?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna look back at my comrades and scratch my head and like what the hell?
Is this an all three thing, or is like what we were waiting? We were told to wait here.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys waiting?
Yeah, we've been waiting. 20 minutes.
Sure. Okay. Is there anything else you guys needed? Do you guys want to come in, or do you guys want to go back and sit and wait, or what do you want to do?
Well, we'll sit and wait. I mean, we're gonna be polite. However,
Sure.
Drinks, or you have any wine?
Oh, sure. Actually, the kitchen is down back where you came and to your left.
And I can get whatever I want. It's perfectly fine.
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
I don't like us.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen.
All right. So you goes back to the room. That's the A2 to your left, which is the kitchen. This kitchen seems to be pretty small, but it is clean and is organized compared to the room that you came out of. Mm-hmm. You see a shelf that kind of holds a row of pots and pans. One side of the fireplace, obviously. One side of the fireplace, you see a cutting board. You see a knife kind of resting up against the counter. You see clean plates, utensils, and they kind of sit on a mismatching counter on the other side of the room. However, there are two people in this room. They seem to be sitting down at a chair, if you will. One of them is drinking, looks like the tea or something. The other one is kind of leaned over in the corner. Looks like they may be chopping up some vegetables with a cleaver.
I'm going to say nothing unless they say something to me. And rifle through some cabinets.
They are chattering amongst themselves, and as you are going through the cabinets, they kind of look up, what the fuck? Kind of look up like, they kind of pay they say nothing. They just kind of let you do your business. In the cabinets you see, dishes and whatnot.
Well, is it two ladies? Or is it two guys, or like?
Oh, it's two ladies.
Excuse me, ladies. I'm sorry to interrupt your times here. I was told there'd be wine.
Wine? They both started laughing, like more like a giggle. And the other one looks at you and starts whining.
Okay, ladies, good day. And I leave and go to the living quarters, living room.
Back where you're at. Okay.
Yeah.
No wine?
All right.
Where's the wine at, buddy? Oh. Did you bring the cheese back with you?
No, it was a woman making fun of me, and I didn't appreciate it, so I left.
Oh. How,
So I will call her Cheese. That's her name now.
When you get back to the main room that you came in, you notice the door leading to the right is now ajar. It seems to be open, kind of quarter way, if you will.
the kitchen door?
Nope, the other door.
The other door that you opened in the first place.
The one on the north.
Yep, That's still kind of open, half open, quarter open, if you will.
I'm going to go ahead and open it and go through and check things out.
Okay. When you step into the room, this room is a kind of like a dormitory. It looks like it's a wide corridor, really than an actual room. You see 6 cots. They're kind of narrow. They kind of crowd up the room a little bit, if you will. You do see another doorway at the very top, and you see another doorway at the very top, but all the way to the right side of the room. Inside the room, in the corridor, you see somebody kind of laying on the bed, and looks like they might be taking a nap. We'll say they're in the center of the room, if you will.
Is it one of them that was with us?
Nope, this is somebody you don't recognize.
I'm going to open the top door in the center.
Okay. That goes into a storage room. When you go into the storage room, except for a corner with 2 stacked wooden trunks, you see walls of this room. They seem to be lined with half-empty bookshelves.
The ones that are occupying the space, are they books or something else?
Yeah, there's books. There's definitely books in there. And then, like, there's 2 wooden trunks. They seem to be stacked on top of each other.
I peek my head out of the door. Do I see Mardigan? Is he in the room with them?
I'm assuming everybody followed in the A3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come with.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, when you stick your head back through A5 to A3, yeah, you see him standing in the room with the bunks.
And I investigate the wooden trunks.
When you investigate, you just kind of take a look at him?
Take a look at it, see if I can open it.
You're not going to check for traps or anything? You're just going to open it up?
I guess I'll check for traps. I'll halfway look open and then remember to check for traps. Is it just investigate?
Check for you checking for traps? Yeah, it's investigate. Basically a dexterity check.
Have we still got that book?
15.
I would imagine.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
It just didn't, like, drop us off at some homeless shelter and leave.
No, they're there. They're in there with you. Nobody left.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be any traps, but you notice that the trunk doesn't look like a normal trunk.
Okay.
Now, let me back up. All right, which one are you looking at? There's 2 of them. There's one on top, one on bottom.
One on top.
One on top, yeah. It looks a little different. Looks kind of odd.
I'm gonna knock on it. Do a little knock, like I'm knocking on a door.
You gonna knock on the trunk?
Yep.
It knocks back.
I look at Morgan and go, fuck.
Out of the top room corner comes Carvella. When she hears the knocking going on, you get her attention. She's like, follow me. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Well, I mean, I would have loved to have followed you in the first place. We've been waiting for like 30 minutes now.
Well,
I start to follow.
Sorry, I had to change. I had to get cleaned up. I've been working all day. If I would have known you were impatient, we could have done this another time.
Tap Dash on the shoulder and go,
Could have done it at the market.
Sorry, your cheese lady put me in a bad mood. I apologize.
Cheese lady. All right. She sits down. She has you guys come in. She basically explains this story about her true leader of the Amber Dune Pact. She tells you and she reveals herself and shows you that she is also a Jackalware. And there's a couple of different people in the room. They reveal themselves as well. They are not hostile at all by any means. They're not threatening. So anyway, she tells you that her true leader, Nadalia, she is the leader of the Amber Dune Pact. She is part of the Laemia, who is delight in hoarding books. Rather than in corruption and torture, she tells you that this Nadalia had passed, she had died, and they were trying to raise money to have her resurrected so she can continue leading this Amber Dune Pact. However, they were short on money because it was a very hefty diamond, if you will. They were going to be charged, which cost them thousands of gold. They did not have the money. What they were trying to do was sell books to come up with the fundage. Once they come up with the fundage, they're going to have Nadalia revived, and that was basically the plan. However, since she's been treated with respect and loyalty, she is telling you what's going on. She's well aware of the rituals that were placed on these books. However, they were not supposed to go to Candlekeep. They just some sort of mishap. Not sure. They weren't intention to cause any destruction of anything of that nature.
Well, my first question is, did your leader that you're attempting to do this for, did she die of natural means, or was she slain?
She died of natural. She's very old.
Well, then this may be a fruitless endeavor for you, because I am a cleric. I do... granted, I am not powerful enough to perform this ritual for you, but I do know of the ritual, and it does not work on those who have died of natural means.
Okay. She seems to be flattered. She tells you that she is pleased that their actions are not being taken horribly wrong, if you will. And that,
I mean, you're treating us with the respect and telling us the truth, so there's no reason for me to treat you otherwise.
And that would be the conclusion. This could go either two ways. It could have went resolved with no battle, or it could have went down with a bunch of fights. So basically, she tells you that she hands over the books that has the rituals on them. She offers you to them to be destroyed, and she would like to have the book that she had given you as collateral.
Absolutely.
and she is interested in hearing more about the possibility of you raising her for true leader.
Now, the only way I'd be able to raise your true leader is as something of an undead. And that would not really be your leader. Your leader is past. Old age claims us all, and there's very few ways you could, and most of them evil, unfortunately, that you could bring them back.
She takes you guys back over to the other room with the two trunks. She kind of waves her hands, moves around. All of a sudden, you guys realize that trunk one was a mimic. And the mimic kind of steps aside, and the trunk opens up. She shows you the heart of Nadalia. She has it wrapped in a black silk cloth, and there is and it's resting on top of a bed of 450 gold that they've been saving up.
Mm-hmm.
She hands you the gold. You accept.
All?
I will ask if she's sure. I don't.
This will go toward purchasing the resurrection of Nadalia. I know you said it'll be a while before you can perform this path. We'll be waiting here for that to happen.
Oh, they're not.
I don't know if you're understanding me. If I resurrect her, she will be the earliest I could resurrect her. She would be a mindless undead.
No, she will not. We cannot have that.
Then I may be able to do research to resurrect her as something different, but it is...
Is this something you can gain at a later level? You can resurrect her? To her current state?
If she died of old age, no.
No metagaming.
Right.
Metagaming. No, he's honestly asking her.
Yeah, I'm saying that in game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
If she died of old age, no. She is
And
past.
then she gives you the money and says, if you can find another way where she can come back as herself in true form or even in spirit, she's willing to give you the gold now.
Just take it.
Even if you got to come back 10 years.
If you wish to put this task on me, I may be able to do something spirit-oriented.
Excellent. Now will you help me move this chest?
Sure.
I hope.
Okay, so you guys move the chest off the bottom chest, and then she flips open the bottom chest. And as she's standing there with the lid open, she tells you, now I want something from you. Please take these books back to Candlekeep and give them to the Avowed. You take a look.
Are they the ones that need to be dealt with?
No. Those are the ones over here on the shelf, half filled.
Okay. I'll take a look.
Okay. As you look in the trunk, you find 6 books. You find the true Mass Frost, Mighty Digression, the true Fallen Thyamar book, the true Dark Hunger book. You see the true Castamir's Guide to Gigawatsons. You find the Wanderings of the Humble Esamar. Then you also see the book Daughters of Grazat.
Ooh.
These are the real deal. These belong in Candlekeep. Will you please take these back to Candlekeep?
Absolutely.
They need to belong in the archives. All right.
Absolutely. We can do that.
Yep.
Excellent. I will take you back at daybreak. Stay here as my guest. And first thing in the morning, you can travel with us back to Boulder's Gate.
Where might your wine be?
She laughs. Go see Helga. She's in the kitchen.
Oh, that's what Cheese's name is. Okay.
All right. So the next day, you guys get a ride back to Boulder's Gate. You have a trunk. You have 450 gold. And your next step is to go back to Candlekeep and explain what you guys found to the Avowed.
So we have 2 copies of each of those books. One is the fake copy. The other is the real copy.
Well,
We give them the
3
fakes.
of them. You only have 3 fakes. The 3 fakes
Oh,
of
the other 2.
3 have already been used.
Yeah.
So you have a fake book of Castamar's Guide to Gig Watsums, which is actually a monster book. And then The Wanderings of the Humble Asimar, which is a monster book as well. And The Daughters of Grazat. Now, are you going to return the books and let them know that they're monstorious, or are you going to destroy them?
I would bring them to... Well, okay. I'm not a member of your organization. However, this is conversation between Chime and everybody. I'm not a member of your organization. However, what I would do is just give them these books, let them know which is which, and let them do with as they please. If they wish to destroy them, I mean, the recommendation was to destroy them, but if there's some sort of research that can be done, or
Destroying will be better because who knows what they may do with it.
okay,
They might be giving it over to a organization that you think is good, but actually isn't.
understood.
We at least have the true books, so they can have the true copies. So,
I do not have a problem with this. I could easily produce some flame and light them ablaze, if you wish.
Very nice.
I'm good.
Do it.
And so that's what I'll do in the morning. When we wake up in Baldur's and go to Baldur's Gate, I'll light the ones that they want us to destroy on fire.
Okay.
As we're going to the Baldur's Gate, like through the on the side of the road or something.
Sweet.
And then we'll go back to Baldur's Gate, and that'd be a good time to stop.
Actually, this was the end of the chapter.
Oh, okay.
What I'm going to have you guys do is we're go ahead and say you're back at Candlekeep. You guys went through the rigmarole, talking to the Avowed. You guys are now 700 gold pieces total richer, the 450 and the 250, and you guys also have the Helm of Comprehend Language.
Excellent. And there is something about that as well. They did ask us to do, the only thing that I will say is, I believe returning these rarity or adding these rare books to the library does deserve make us deserving of a bonus.
Bonus? They really don't have much to give you other than free room and board for the remainder of your life. In other words, you guys earn passage, because you got to remember that's how you got inside and out of Candlekeep, was by offering some sort of written literature.
Oh, how about that, like, permanent passage?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what they're giving you.
Very well. We can take that as well. So I'm going to add that as a organization, Candlekeep.
Yep. So Candlekeep is now your hometown if you want it to be. It is yours. You have free passage as long as you live. If you guys want to level up to level 3, and then we'll pick up with Chapter 3 next Thursday, which is called the Book of the Raven.
Do you want to separate that amongst the 3 of us, or 4 of us, or add that to party funds, fellas? 700 gold? 700 gold or 750?
700.
700.
Yep.
We want to separate that. Do we want to separate that and make it even between 4 and then add the rest to party funds, or do we want to put all that in party funds? What would you guys like to do?
We can split it.
Yeah, split it some way. Maybe we each get like 100 or something, and then we put the rest towards the party.
I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
100 apiece.
We each get 100, and then 400 to party fund.
If you want to keep track of the gold, I had started a thread on the Facebook page. So if you want to keep that up,
beyond of the party fund.
Yep. And then you guys just bump up your own inventory.
All right, so 100 each. 400 is the party fund.
100. 100 each.
And the helmet of comprehend language.
And do we want to put that in the party, or is that an attuned item?
I don't know if it's attuned.
I will.
Hey, if there's someone who wants to hold of it.
I do know it's a wondrous item. Let me see if I can find
Helm of comprehend languages, wondrous item. While wearing this, you can use an action to at will. It does not say attuned.
Is it shiny?
It is indeed.
I keep it.
All right, it's in your inventory.
It's shiny.
Or do you guys want to give it to somebody who can use it? Well, I guess anybody can use it.
Anybody can use it. That's the thing about it, because it's not attuned. Wearing it and then taking an action to use the spell makes you you now understand all languages for a good long time. I think it's 10 minutes or an hour. But I will go ahead and level to 3, and that's good. I'll be that's cool with me.
So, who has the helm?
You.
Okay, I just want to make sure that was the same. Yeah, I'll hold on to it because it's shiny. No.
Hold on, I just got pinged. One of our guys just messaged me, said he's sorry, he just missed it, just realized he wants something, he can still join the group. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Next Thursday we start Chapter 3. I'll have him get a hold of me on Wednesday. Holler at me.
Where do we level up? Never mind.
What's a good spell to get any class spell list? I can get 3. I was thinking Eldritch Blast.
You should already have Eldritch Blast, don't you?
I don't know. I pick something else and I'll change it later if not.
Eldritch Blast is a very standard, because that's what you were using against the people attacking us in the cabin.
Is there a separate button that's for leveling up, like to level up, or do you have to go back to the character builder?
You go to the character builder, and then if you click on class, and then you hit the drop down, and go to and put it at level 3, and it will give you all the options you need.
And to
Hey, Rodney.
Yeah.
You think Mad Mardigan should have vicious mockery?
That's up to really in real life.
Yeah. I might just take it just because it fits him. What does guidance do?
The +4 the plus D4 that
Oh,
I've been
yes,
doing
right.
all over the place.
Sounded familiar. Magic Stone. I don't even know what half these are.
Hitting level 2, I now have Locate Object and Phantasmal Force.
Yeah.
Alright, so she flaked out on us. Let me find the event. There it is, Coffee on the River.
I want this, but I don't know if I'll ever use it.
What is it?
Augury. It's a divination spell. Lets me. I cast a spell, and it basically lets me ask the DM if the next action I take is good, bad, or both, or not good or bad.
When you're in combat, or just?
No, just you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you're at a fork in the road. You do augur eye, and you say, "What if I take the right? What if I take the right fork?" And I either get wheel and woe, or nothing.
Okay.
If I get wheel, that means that's the good place to go. If I take woe, that's the bad place to go. If it's wheel and woe, there's good and bad things that happen when we go down that way. Or nothing means the results are not especially good or bad.
Okay.
So what do you guys think of that? There was literally a couple ways it could have went. If you guys get a couple options, if you kept persuading her to the point where you guys were going to raise attention with the guard, even though you had mentioned it, she still remained calm and cool. She folded like she did. Or if you guys didn't get that, you could have followed her back to her hideout. You guys could have fought your way through, which would have been probably 2 or 3 more sessions, because there's some shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit here. Everybody was jackal wares. There was a couple more gigawatts, and there was a couple mimics. There was a rug of smuggling in there.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, dude. They could have got nasty. But you guys took the right route, and just easy peasy. But this next one's going to be interesting. It's called the Book of the Raven. So, fun. I'm happy with just you 3 playing. Just if one of you guys call out sick or something, it kind of puts a hinder on things. So that's the reason why I was trying to get some more people to play.
Yeah.
And if I can get more people in and then you guys got to call out, that's cool. We can still keep rolling. But hopefully we'll get a couple more people playing. And, it takes time. Like Dash, it takes a while to build up a steady group.
Oh, yeah.
You'll go through a shitload of people until you find, and Chris, you know as well. From playing. I mean, you'll go through people like crazy, and then you'll find 1 out of 10, all of a sudden they'll stick around and they'll stay there with you. And then you keep going until you finally get a full table. And then those will end up being lifetime D&D high rollers, man. That's like Saturday night with John, Dave, and Chris is playing on that table. So That's how that started. Well, on that note, gentlemen, I'm going to leave. I've got to crash out. I get up early.
Okay.
Yep. See y'all later.
Yep,
All right.
Peace
Thank
out,
you, guys. I had fun. Hopefully you guys did too. And then we'll see you next Thursday.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
Oh.
bye.
Peace out.
All right.
Bye.